Do you have a message for the Ron Paul movement? Do you have a product for the New Hampshire Liberty community? Then stop keeping it a secret. Head on over to
RidleyReport.com. Email Ridley
and purchase an ad. There is no humiliation nor privation Ridley will not endure to ensure your message gets out.
RidleyReport.com.
Dave Ridley here, signing in for RidleyReport.com with a general update on the state of liberty in New Hampshire.
The New Hampshire Liberty Alliance is reporting quite a few bills of interest coming up for hearing at the State House on the 17th and the 22nd. This is the URL you'll visit if you want details more directly. I plan to include this URL in the video description for this video. Got a pro-liberty bill on the 17th, House Bill 1501. The bill establishes a Class A misdemeanor offense for certain types of sexual offenses where the perpetrator is under 21 and the victim, I guess you could say, would be between 13 and 16. If I understand it correctly, the purpose of that is to provide additional options and discretion for a somewhat lighter sentence than is currently mandated. If, for instance, you have a situation where there is a person who's 18-year-old having sex with a person who is 15 years old, and there's no prior criminal history. Currently, if I understand correctly, such a person would be treated as a felon. Regardless of your feelings regarding this type of sexual interaction, the thing I like about this bill is that it apparently reduces expenditures. The average cost to incarcerate a felon in New Hampshire apparently is $29,000. And this bill, according to the Association of Counties, would reduce the number of felons incarcerated by an undetermined amount. But again, each time it happened, it would save taxpayers $29,000. Well, it might save taxpayers $29,000. It would depend on the cost of processing a person as a misdemeanor and perhaps jailing them.
In addition, the other thing I like about it is it would help stop ruining so many people's lives who have, again, maybe been 18 years old and gotten involved with a 14-year-old. Or I guess, when I said earlier an 18-year-old and a 15-year-old, I'm not sure that this bill would really apply in that case, because I think that's kind of already covered. I think if you're within 3 years of age, that may already be treated more lightly. I'm not sure. Definitely 18 to 14 does seem like a fairly disturbing gap. But again, as with so many things, it's a sense of, or an issue of proportion for me. Is it a big enough offense both to ruin someone's life over and also to charge taxpayers $29,000? However, not all the bills are going to make you happy at all. There's some that are coming up that are very nasty that I'll tell you about that are coming up on the 17th. I'll explain them later in this report. But for now, the next one, House Bill 1592, requires toll revenues be spent on highways and bridges. The NHLA is giving this a ultra-high support level of 10. They're giving it a plus 10 support. Oh, actually, that's not ultra-high. I think that's an average support. But anyway, they do support it. State taxpayers have been hopping mad over Governor Lynch and the Executive Council's decision to raise toll rates recently to $1 in most places. So I'm hoping, if nothing else, this bill will draw more attention to that anger over the toll increases. It would just be a travesty if toll revenues were to be aimed at the general fund. Maybe they already are. I don't know. Here's here's a nanny bill. It looks pretty nasty. House Bill 1291, requiring persons under age 18 to wear ski helmets. I hope that that's just when they're skiing, but even that would be bad. I never even owned a ski helmet when I used to ski.
Here's a nice one, constitutional amendment prohibiting an income tax in New Hampshire. Anyway, I had promised you some red meat, a really nasty bill I was going to let you know about, and here it is. House Bill 1593, the root of all evil, establishing an income tax. Worst of all, it will be used to fund our failing government school system. Until, of course, they figure out a way to hijack it and use it for something else. If you're going to testify on that, you're going to need to be there at 9:30 a.m. on January 17th. All the bills that I've been reviewing or talking about on this little broadcast are going to be on the 17th. And again, you can find a list of lots of interesting bills there at the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance website. For a more complete list of bills to be heard each hearing day, visit the calendar at generalcourt.org. There are at least 49 bills up for hearing on the 17th, so if you show up, there's almost guaranteed to be something for you to weigh in on.
Also, one of my radiography students, Will Buchanan, will be walking across the entire United States. He's going to be doing it for Liberty to spread the news about the Free State Project and the Ron Paul campaign. Here's Will taking one for the team in good spirit. And as you can see, he bounces right back and continues to do his job. Here he's learning to shoot a Ridley-O. If he can bounce back from this heavy spill, I'm sure that he can weather the many travails of a cross-country trek.
At this point, it looks like Will be accompanied by 3 friends and relatives on his walk. I don't know if they're going the whole distance with him. Hopefully he'll also be getting local people who will walk part of the way with him as he goes through their towns.
Will be documenting his adventures, which I'm sure there'll be many of, on his own YouTube channel, using the Ridleyography skills I've just taught him.
For the latest information, just head to his website, willbuchanan.com, and go to Walk for Liberty. This is Dave Ridley signing out this January 15th for RidleyReport.com.